Yippee-ki-yay, it's Grimika, and I hope you enjoy the video.
She has a religious determination I don't think one broken radio will cure.
Well, I've given her a reason to hate me, but again, the point stands. They're promising her something that, is... I mean, technically, yeah, they could do it, but what they're probably going to do is like what they did with Alex's gang, just swap. And it sucks that they got stuck, especially considering Alex and everybody were innocent, but also Clarissa wasn't a part of that group. As in, those four that were sitting there, Clarissa wasn't there. So what happened to her? They took... The soldiers took her.
Could we... Sorry, but could we just take a breather for a second here?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, yeah, we earned it, I guess.
I didn't let him rest
2
the
minutes.
first time, so...
So, parentage is just moon gazing and yoga
As
mats.
far as we know.
That's good to know, I guess. They actually remind me of another group like that. The Migration?
Oh, more cults.
I remember when they were pitching tents in the 90s. But the actual act, the natural act, migration, pretty interesting. How baby birds do it instinctively. So sometimes programming, like bird programming, has a glitch. And birds will actually fly north, instead of south.
And die.
And the ones that do, they hook up. And suddenly, we have a whole new generation of birds going the wrong way. I wonder about the other birds, the ones flying the natural way. When they see birds going in the opposite direction,
Oh, Jacob, you're
I
getting
just wonder
soft
how
on
many
me.
of them change their mind, turn around.
I think he's gonna sabotage this whole thing.
I wonder how many of them find a different way.
I'm pregnant.
It
Beg
was
pardon?
her kid.
I found out before I took the job. I'm 2 months.
Then I do have a 2020 hearing, yeah. Congratulations? I'm sorry, is this a balloons and yay type of thing, or, let me,
No balloons.
copy that. Okay. I am understanding more why you'd want to take this job. Security, I sense a security. Maybe you're planning to move back. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why I'm talking so much. So I'm just gonna take one colossal, metaphorical step back and let you drive our, little chat here. Starting now. Step.
Doesn't matter.
No, I don't want the night to become about this. It's not about this. But I wanted you to know, for whatever it's worth.
It's worth. And, consider it tabled, officially. Wow. Night of surprises. Just when you think, Come on, one last transmitter. I think I know a good spot.
Man, and Riley's been throwing herself around and everything. Alright. Yeah, we need to go down and then up and around and all that fun stuff. I'm sure time stuff is good for unborn kids. Did you ever watch or play the first game?
Olivia will never forgive us,
I don't care,
How's
Jacob.
that sit with you?
We're protecting her from a fate potentially worse than death.
Like, she'll never, ever.
Which is fine.
Comfortably.
Yeah, I'd love to join you at the booth, but, for the rest of her life, when Olivia thinks of me, it'll ruin her day. I hate that. But hey,
This is gonna have
she wanted
major,
the
what's
radio
already
so
been a
badly,
major spoiler
should've
for
welded
the
it to her
first
hand.
game.
so
but
let's take care of
If
this
you
last
like it, though,
transmitter
it's worth,
and
it's
never
worth
be
looking
forgiven.
into.
Comfortably. I should learn from you.
I've covered all this area. Yep, okay.
How did my night go from wondering just how many different lights can pop up on my dash?
I love how Jacob's now lecturing me about my decisions
To
in the
being
game
scared of the
when
power of
he
a
was the one
radio.
who was threatening Charlie.
That's, like, not a thing to be scared of.
I solved a problem.
Murders. Bad test results.
So what is something to be scared of?
I think if we go here, it's gonna spit us out there. I'm gonna take the trail. There is
What's
a shiny
your biggest
somewhere
fear?
that I never collected.
Distracting me from fear by asking about fear is, yeah, a choice, but sure. You ever heard of an ant float? It's not a dessert.
The
We'll
voice
look that
acting
up
is really
sometime and enjoy having a new recurring nightmare. I'm scared of a radio. This is where my life is led. Add that to the list of things I'll never look at the same. And I don't mean radios. I mean, well, beer? Yeah, I think it'll feel a little different after tonight, if that makes sense.
good. I mean, you just learned that there's like
let's
freaky
get the
deaky
transmitter
demons
placed. I can only eat so much
trapped on
panic.
an island not far from your home. That's something very fair. But I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, if you after going through this, if we survive, that's a huge if. Yeah, no, radios would be fucking terrifying.
Hey, I was meaning to ask, when you were, in my house, in my bedroom is this, thing I've been working on for years. Clay
The
sculpture?
voice actors too in this game
I
are,
can't
like,
remember if I covered it
professionals.
up or
They've done,
not,
like,
but,
some big
assuming
stuff.
I didn't, and assuming you took a look, and assuming you formed an opinion upon looking, what
There is a
might
shiny
that opinion
somewhere.
be?
Wait,
Lo-
I've been here. Is the shiny up there? Maybe.
Lots of assumptions there, I realize.
Yeah, I saw it. It was kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, I have no idea how I'm ever gonna get it downstairs. So, thoughts, questions, comments? Minor criticisms that'll keep me awake at 2 a.m.? Under this hat, I'm all ears.
I liked it.
I genuinely, objectively, without a shred of consideration for politeness, liked it.
Well then, I genuinely, objectively, the rest of that, appreciate it. I usually just work with scrap metal. I figured, branch out, Jake. It's a work in progress, both the sculpture and the branching. Maybe someday it'll leave the bedroom, have the world uncover it, See if it was worth the dirty fingernails.
I mean, you said it yourself, though. You gotta get the fucker down the stairs.
Maybe.
Okay. Climby.
A wonderful word. Yeah, how it lets you off the hook of responsibility.
Shiny.
Gentle way.
Is there a shiny? I'm looking for a shiny. I don't remember climbing the rocks. Oh no, I did climb the rocks. But there's a shiny somewhere that I didn't collect. And I want it. This was pointless. Riley, turn around. Get heckin' son of a bitch. Okay, cool. We gotta go back down now to the heckin' tunnel. Move faster, Riley. Come on. I have a feeling now that Jacob's gonna sabotage this. It's one of those things where it's like, I can't be mad at the character because he doesn't know the events of the first game. So, he's doing what he thinks is right, but at the same time, I'm just like, the freaky deaky demons moved an entire house in warped space and time and are promising a kid the chance to revisit her dead parents. And from the way she was talking, it sounded like they were like, oh yeah, like you can like freeze time around this moment.
So,
and I'm like,
can I ask you
that
the dumbest
sounds
question
like
in the
just
world?
trapping her in your hell and then
And I mean the
leaving
dumbest.
yourself.
Dumb. Embarrassing. Throw a sad rock.
Sure.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because it's dumb. It's the dumbest, but I'm still asking. Do you, want
It
to
does
be
not.
friends after this? And, like, just friends. Legit, no prefixes. And not even, like, best friends. More like, it's 3 a.m. I need a cheeseburger and a cherry
Oh,
Danish. Who would join me on this quest?
Yeah, I'm in, but dude, that is not the dumbest question.
Do you want to be my friend? Ugh, what am I, 9? I'm happy with your answer, but
Jacob,
still,
if we get
it's
stuck
a
in a
dumb
permanent
question.
time loop, it's better if we're friends.
But I'm still happy. So, We are officially friends without prefixes. What do we call this new friendship? It needs a title. For
3 a.m. food friends.
you know, the record?
You already named it perfectly. We are 3 a.m. food friends.
Shiny! I found it! I found the shiny! I found the shiny!
Rather, we're making it a thing.
Give me.
My mother was an undertaker. That's one way to start a letter, Maggie.
Okay, 9 out of 13. That's 4 more. Okay. Mel. My mother was an undertaker. I grew up in a graveyard. Sounds like a cool childhood. They say a cemetery is no place for a child, but for me, it's a place of happy memories. Somewhere I go on gray days. Sometimes, wandering beside the headstones, I swear I can still smell my mother's perfume. Funny that we should run into each other there. You don't meet many fellow amateur radio enthusiasts in the wild, let alone one conducting experiments. I must say, the amplifier you were working with has thoroughly piqued my curiosity. And homemade, no less. Bravo. I've always theorized that increased amplification of, well, any signal really, could uncover all sorts of wonders and terrors and all those beautiful and awful things we dream about at night, for better or worse. I'm hoping perhaps we could work together to see if these theories are true. Also, I would love to hear who Tom was, if you're so inclined. Maggie. Interesting. Okay, so it wasn't Sarah, but there was someone who Maggie was friends with that we found out worked with her to try and tap into the radio frequencies, and then once Maggie discovered the freaky deaky demons that we've been dealing with, they tried an experiment that wound up in that friend's death, and I don't think it was Mel, and I cannot remember their name. I think actually it might be in one of the notes. But so Tom, we know that Tom, we found like the kind of the last note it seems that they exchanged first, and Maggie told Mel to take Tom's kid to the grave and everything. So that was kind of the end of the relationship. And it's interesting that Maggie is actually signing Maggie rather than M. So it's a bit of a reach, but possibly this may have happened before that experiment. Maybe Mel is the friend. I don't remember the person's name. I feel like it wasn't an M name, though. It wasn't an M and M name. I called her Sarah last time, but Sarah wasn't right either. That's going to bug me. Hang on. Now I got to dig through the collectibles. It wasn't Kenneth. That was like the friend. Was it? Anna. Anna was the friend. That was it. Anna was her friend that they did some sort of experiment with, like, something. I think the experiment was actually trying to close the rift that Maggie accidentally opened, and then yeah, I'm almost certain that's what it was. So they were trying to close the rift that Maggie had accidentally opened. They did something experimental, and it wound up with Anna getting killed. It's possible Anna had the same fate as Clarissa, where she was, like, taken into that freaky deaky demon world. And, well, we actually don't know what happened to Clarissa or what her full fate was. We just know that she wound up stuck in that side.
Hell yeah, 3 a.m. food friends. Yes, thing made. All right, well, let's survive the night, and maybe someday we can get drunk playing mini golf.
Friends. Listen, 3 a.m. food friends, that's a sacred bond, okay? Because that means that you two are going to wind up going to a Denny's somewhere, and not just anybody can be taken to Denny's, especially if you're at Denny's at a 3 a.m. Because it's going to be the Denny's halfway across town, and you're going to be, you need someone that's willing to get into a parking lot fight.
So, embarrassing confession.
Yes.
Before my truck broke down, I was headed to the library to return a book I was a month late in returning. I'm talking 30 proper days, and I never even finished it. Athena and I walk there all the time.
You monster.
So I figured 2 birds, you know?
You're a monster, Jacob Summers. I'm ashamed to know you.
Terror of the fiction section. That's me. Yeah, but really, I could have waited another 30 because Kamina PL got rid of late fees last September. I mean, is it weird
That's
that I
Jacob's
don't mind
car.
paying late fees? I get that getting rid of them promotes library usage, which is a big plus. But I mean, there has to be consequences. Life is nothing but late fees. Kids need to learn that.
So we're old, huh?
I am old, yes.
It's okay, just admit it. My knees think I'm old. I'm old enough to have bad knees.
I am old. We are old. They should still bring
Oh,
back
it's
late
been
fees.
another hour. I don't know.
Anyway, now you know. Judge me. Go ahead.
Finish the book.
Finish the damn thing. Come on, at this point you're like morally obligated.
You're not the boss of me. But, yeah, I should. I will. But because Jacob decided so. Thank you and tip your waitstaff.
Whatever makes you sleep at night, Jacob. So, we have not had really a full run-in with Violet, but Violet especially is really like on the, oh look, another bridge, this will go well, on the finicky edge of like, being a part of this, so we might even be able to convince her to go away.
Nick, it's Riley. You didn't sink, right?
Hey there. Still floating. I appreciate the checkup. Water took a turn, though. Not a friendly one. We're not quite in Charlie Foxtrot territory, but, you know, if the weather gets worse, I can still handle it, but
Air Force?
I'm guessing Army? Should I slow down? Use simpler words? Only teasing. I have nothing but admiration for the grunts. That means I like you, in case admiration has too many syllables. Couldn't speak for the current
Everybody
state
always
of the
picks on
service, but when I was your age, everyone was itching for the fastest, shiniest bird in the coop. Everyone wanted to fly. Everyone. I wanted to explore. I wanted the shuttle. Let the flyboys have their pissing contest. I had my eyes elsewhere.
Ever see the inside of a shuttle? Over.
Sure, on TV like everyone else. I was too tall, you see. They cap astronauts at 6'4".
Damn.
I'm over by a single inch.
Tall dude.
Genetics. What you gonna do? Not like I could cut my feet off.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like 99.999% of applicants don't make it, right? That's lottery numbers. Over.
Yep, and everyone thinks they're gonna get rich. Never quite shook the bug to, you know, stand somewhere no one else ever had. That's why I bought the boat. So far, all I've found is seaweed and styrofoam.
Well,
Anyway,
it
thanks for
explains
the
why
check-in.
you're like still
I'm heading further out. See if I can
on
get a
the
better view of
ocean,
it all.
even though the water is
Reach
apparently
out when
so
you
sharp
can.
it
Make
cuts
sure I
you.
haven't drowned. Over and out.
Like literally, like it's cutting you. If it cuts your skin, it's cutting the boat. I don't even know how far out you are. Nothing I can see. Shelly. Check Maria.
Maria, hey, are you by your desk? Know anything about Garland? Over.
Hey. Hi. Yeah, I've been to that garbage dump. Are you there right now? It stinks, right? Kind of smells like a vacuum cleaner that's never been emptied. They taught us in history class why that is, but that was last year, so I don't know anymore. I actually have a ghost story about the town if you want to hear it. It's not that exciting.
Sure.
Oh, sure. I got nothing but time, Maria. Let's hear it. Over.
I'm detecting sarcasm, but I'm choosing to ignore it.
Good choice.
Okay, so like 60 years ago, maybe more, two teenagers from Kamina High wanted to get married. Their parents were against the whole thing, so they had a little ceremony in the Garland church. Just by themselves, late at night, in secret. They cut their hands and said some stuff, did as much as they could without a real priest. And the girl, she asked if the boy had some flowers. He said he didn't. He left to get some, and while he was gone, a police cruiser accidentally ran over him in the dark. I'm butchering this story, but it was so late the poor cop didn't see him. Killed him instantly. The police covered it up, saying he fell into the gorge. But now, late at night, around the old church, you can sometimes see a young man out there, dressed in a cheap suit, picking dead flowers for his blushing new bride. Creepy, right?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How'd anyone know the cop ran him over if they covered it up?
Because the cop couldn't live with it and told his kids on his deathbed. Smartass. So, the It's
Isn't that what
plausible
happened
enough.
with that
Oh,
radio guy?
teacher's coming. Gotta go. Bye.
Speaking of, can I still, like... Okay, I can still get radio frequencies from...
If I was a betting man, I'd say nothing. I'm a betting man. I'm a dead man. Dead man at the bottom of the hill. Raindrops falling on open eyes. Drip, drop, bottom of the 12th. 1-1. If I was a betting man, I'd say nothing. I'm not a betting
Yeah,
man.
this guy.
I'm a dead man. Dead man at the bottom of a hill. Raindrops falling on open eyes. Drip, drop, bottom of the 12th.
That's the dude that, like, yeah, like, I missed part of his story, but, like, he was, like, driving drunk or had been drinking. He had someone in the car with him at some point, and then something happened, and then, yeah, he pushed a body into, or over a cliff or something. Totally normal occurrence, you know. Oh, that's the moss guy holding.
My architecture remains unaltered, and things are no longer wholly new to me. The dangerous experiences of youth, it turns out, weren't so dangerous, and the retirement plan will never come. I think if man's creations could withstand the destructive force of time, I would still carry certain
I
aspirations.
think that's like that spoken poetry one or whatever. Very haunted mansion. This thing goes far. How far does this go?
Take a walk atop the
Sugar. Easy.
Love. Easy.
Dare. Land.
sugar. Take a walk atop the
Sugar.
It spelled out skeletons.
Easy.
Take a walk atop the skeletons.
Dare.
See, that's the stuff that was great in like the first Oxenfree game. Is like if you were to roll through,
Oh, it's another radio lock.
roll through the
I
radio
think.
frequencies.
It's
you can
newer
hear,
than the
like,
one
really
that
weird
Parentage
stuff.
was using. We should be able to pop it open, though. Same way.
Oh, great. We got lucky there.
Let's get weird.
You know, it always blows my mind that someone had to invent the bridge. Like, I know they happen naturally, lightning hits a tree and it falls down and all that. But at least once, at one point, there was some guy looking at a river going, hey, wait a second. We can just go over it. They put this one up in the late 1800s.
So that's the island where Alex
I
and
guess
everybody
that's
got
why I'm
stuck
thinking
in
about
the
it.
first game.
How people must have looked at it, the bridge. And for some people, it was their only way to work. Maybe it was where they had their first kiss, right? The first fist fight, where they proposed. But now, that bridge doesn't mean anything. It's just, you know, I don't know. It just makes you think. I don't want to live forever. But I don't want to die forever either. You know what I mean?
Son of a...
I don't want to be actual nothing, you know?
Sure, but it's unavoidable. Eventually, the universe will forget about Shakespeare. And if the bard ain't going the distance, sorry, you ain't either.
Oh, great. Let's upgrade the dread from mortal to existential.
Who started it?
Oh, hey. See that?
See what?
Not the church, but the behind the church. It's part of the old mine
mine,
system.
yeah.
We could probably get up there if we find the other end of the tunnel.
I don't want to.
Which, you know, big if.
Sorry, am I missing something? I mean, hey, who doesn't love claustrophobia and centipedes, but how does that help what we're doing?
Right, sorry. Got ahead of myself a little. What I mean is that the ledge up there seems like the best spot to drop a transmitter. To me. But full transparency, I honestly just wanted to suggest a plan A before it became, let's climb the rickety church tower. Maybe you have other ideas.
Yep, I'm on board. Let's find the other end.
Hey, you're the one with the transmitters.
Alright. There's a rift.
Why are there so many, wires, cords, cables,
Shit's about to
whatever,
get weird
leading
again.
into that building? This isn't open still, right?
No way. And they look, fresh? Sure, we'll call them fresh. Either someone was here recently, or someone is here presently.
That's not good. No, that's not good.
Well, that's probably not good.
No, probably not.
That's, you know, let's,
Garland Post Office, established 1878.
alright, let's get it over with. Something's gonna scare me, and I'm gonna have a mini heart attack. I fucking...
Hey, if you're in the post office and you're a
Whistling
human
shit.
being, answer this,
Huh?
please.
Who's that?
How the hell should I know?
Hello?
And what
Anyone
is
there?
all this crap?
If you're...
Hi. Yes, I'm a human.
Yeah, of course you are. At least tell me you didn't break my equipment. Over.
I don't think so.
I, don't think we broke anything.
Okay. Name's Hank Chapman, and I just took your picture. Assuming you were facing the camera.
Kinda rude, right? Most folks prefer some degree of permission. Over.
Well, I'm not looking to get pictures of most folks. Listen, I'm an amateur hobbyist investigator of the inexplicable. And I don't know if you've noticed, but tonight has been... the professionals would likely call it unusual. Around town, I've set up a series of EMF boosters. Equipment I use to capture, well, let's call it evidence of the unusual. Something's been screwing with them, so I need them checked. One of them is outright not responding. I'm assuming the worst. Can you help me out?
Sure.
Sure, you got it.
It's a good deed for messing up the picture. Think of it as karma. Now, there's a generator in the post office with you that powers the boosters. Think of the EMF boosters like a safe. You put in the right code, you get to see what's inside. If you spot anything, maybe snap a picture. If you can, I'll make it worth your while. Call if you have any trouble. See you in the obit. Over and out.
I think he's talking about this thing, right? It says EMF on the side here.
You think this could help us?
Hank seems like I want to say a nice guy, but these EMF booster things, it's a fun pet project for him, but unless they're going to help us plant this transmitter, I say
Andrew
let's...
Rhines, postmaster 1878 to 1903. Must have been the first.
Huh? Oh, right. First postmaster for the town. Yeah, that makes sense. Why they'd hang a picture. 1878. Wow.
I mean, do we really
Kinda
want
got some Teddy
boosters right
Roosevelt
now?
vibes.
Aren't we
He looks
what
more
we
easygoing,
trying to
though.
do? Like, stop radio waves and stuff? If we're boosting stuff, I don't think that's really going to be helpful. Can I... What am I missing? Was there something else in here? Oh, do I have to mess with this?
Think that came from outside.
You don't
Hank
say.
mentioned grabbing a picture. I've got my camera with me. Let's see if we find anything flashworthy. Check it out, another one. The last one was helpful. Maybe whatever's inside this one will be too. Or whenever's inside.
So we got, some numbers here? Or digits, I guess, on a dial.
Just, yeah. Careful.
I don't...
etc.
How would I know what the code is? Okay, so I'm looking for a code. Fun. Let's go across the bridge. Never mind.
Well, crud. The mine's caved in. We kind of blew right past the church back there. That could be a way up.
I think the only thing left we can do is check out Hank's weird equipment. Maybe futzing with those might affect something? I don't know. I'm reaching.
Oh, no, that's as good an idea as any. Let us
to-
futz. Find a, one of his boosters.
I'm also looking for shinies. We only need 4 more. And like, I'm fairly certain, here's what'll happen. I will open up the rift
Okay,
thing.
this is how my mind works. I just remembered
and
something. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I'll
Howie.
walk right through the mine thing.
Howie who?
How are we gonna hide this dead body?
That was awful.
I thought it slightly relevant, maybe not.
That was so bad.
Just trying to lighten the... Never mind.
No. Shiny! Shiny! I saw it! I saw the shiny!
Parentage was trying to recruit Maggie Adler or something?
Only 3 more. Peace in this ocean. Discover the complete Adler letters. Set 2. Ingrid, while I appreciate your attempts to rouse this old sleepwalker, I don't think Parentage is the group I need. I'm sure they're good people. You're good people. But I really don't need a social club, and particularly one with such obscure beliefs. I know you said I could ignore the bells and whistles, as you put it, the star maps and all that, but I couldn't help but feel uneasy with the things they chose to call important. Changing the context of your perspective is manipulation, Ingrid, even if it's for an ostensibly good purpose. Regardless, at the end of the evening, I'm perfectly content with my books, my thoughts, and my easy chair. The chatterings of wind chimes is enough for me. Thank you for the invite. M. So whose story is not complete yet? So we got Ingrid, JB. Oh, stupid. Mel. And then whatever this last one is.